check time for the Reavers. Does Iowa Western answer the bell? Game 2 on the new field turf. Same as the first? Hey, first road trip for the Birds. Is it in the cards? Hey, a whole new stack of cards at AL. Shuffling the deck at St. Albert. 3 of a kind at Iowa Western. The Reavers still looking for the royal flush. And speaking of winners, you're going to want to see this.
We're the St. Albert cheerleaders, and Bluffs Sports Zone starts right now!
Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to the latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. And that's right, it's gut check time for the Reavers, because I don't know about you, but I'm not used to them losing. But they did. Just got to move on, because it doesn't get any easier this week. Does the name Butler ring a bell, as in the 10th ranked Grizzlies? Here's IWTV student Cole the Answer McAfee.
Coach Scott Strohmeyer and the Reavers head down to El Dorado, Kansas, trying to avenge last week's loss at Coffeyville.
Again in the shotgun.
First quarter, first drive, Butler quarterback Colton Howell to Michael Gallup. Number 1 goes 14 yards with the score. Grizzlies draw first blood. Butler strikes fast, up 10-0 at the end of 1. Iowa Western starting quarterback Andre Nunez goes down on the second play of the game. Freshman is replaced by already injured quarterback Zach Martin. The sophomore tries to get the Reavers back on track with this 58-yard pass to Anthony Johnson.
The Butler territory, still on his feet to the 25, the 20.
Early second quarter, Martin to the end zone.
Takes the snap.
Picked off by Octavius Morgan.
Intercepted.
The Reavers' next possession, the redshirt freshman again. This time, Morgan takes it to the house. A 32-yard pick six. 26-0, Butler at the break. Iowa Western is furious.
Got a lot of adjustments to make. It's the most embarrassing half I've ever been a part of. That's on us. We got to get these guys ready to go and play, and now we just got the second half. Let's just, what can we do? Either we're going to lay down and get embarrassed, or we're going to come back and make it a fight.
The second half, not much better. Opening kickoff of the third quarter.
Turns on the Jets to the 30, 35, 40, and is still on his feet. One man to beat, and he does it. Michael Gallup, 100.
Michael Gallup, 101-yard kickoff return, 33-0 home team. On the bright side for the Reavers, third-string quarterback Brock Larson, the former Des Moines Hoover quarterback, hits Taj Williams for a 17-yard touchdown.
For Brock Larson into the end zone.
But this one is already said and done. Butler runs down the clock, putting a total of 40 points on the board, while the Reavers limp back with only 7.
My job is just to be ready there, just in case somebody goes down, to rally the troops, keep them all up. And they did a great job. My receivers did a great job. My offensive line did a great job. Just got to execute. Got to get better next practice.
A win would feel great at any time, but right now I'm not even concerned about where we're playing, who we're playing. It's more of getting this team back on track, because there's some talent there. Just like they got to look at themselves, I got to look at myself and our staff of what do we need to do.
Iowa Western, undefeated against the Jayhawk Conference a year ago, is now 0-2 this season. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Cole McAfee.
Thanks, Cole. What a difference a week makes, or does it? As usual, the numbers tell the whole, if not some, of the story, and who knew? Starting quarterback Andre Nunez gets hurt on the Reavers' second offensive play, bangs up his left knee, leaves the game for good. So Zach Martin, bruised collarbone and all, comes in and picked off 3 times, each time by Octavius Morgan. All 3 in just a span of 5 passes. In fact, Iowa Western turns it over on 4 of its first 7 possessions, and that's the game. The Reavers allow a 101-yard kickoff return for 6, and so on. Not what we're used to. Just a miserable, forgettable night. And oh, to be a fly on the wall on that bus ride back. Iowa Western limps back to the Bluffs for its first home game, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Who'd have thunk it? The numbers are in from the top-ranked volleyball team. Chalk up another one. But first, a little friendly with some friendlies on the new rug when we come back.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council of Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council of Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Whoa, 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 can you feel the sun?
Seven 7,000 high school students drop out every school day. Let's catch them before it's too late. To start helping students in your community, visit boostup.org.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill Meyer Woodring family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
This game's been on a seesaw the last few years. AL wins in the closing minutes 2 years ago. LC wins in a blowout last year. So, what's it gonna be at the new and improved CB Stadium? Well, for one, it's the Lynx' first game on the new field. And Abraham Lincoln's coming off a disappointing loss. And the Titans, a big, impressive win. Here's IDUB TV student Matt the Bearded Wonder Corum.
Lewis Central outscoring AL 84-21 in their last two meetings. Late in the first quarter, junior quarterback Kenny McMahon finds tight end Mitch Brinkman for the score. LC up 7-0. Big Blue is feeling it early. Second quarter, following a Leaks fumble, freshman quarterback Max Duggan finds a streaking Caleb Shudak down the middle. The wideout turns it into a 28-yard scoring play, 14-zip Titans. Lewis Central taking a 17-0 lead to the half. AL hopes it's not the same old song and dance. Opening drive of the third quarter, McMahon with his second touchdown pass, this time to receiver Brandon Figueroa. Visitors rolling 24-0. Later in the third, Duggan off play action with his second touchdown pass. Brinkman down the middle, the senior tight end, 4 catches. 95 yards, 2 TDs. Lewis Central crushes the Lynx, 47-0.
Well, I think our defense, they played well tonight. A number of kids up front got after him. Ja'Kai Baker and Lear and Mitch off the corners. So we put pressure on them, and I think it kind of took them out a little bit out of what they wanted to do.
I mean, the line will do what they need to do for both of us, and if they can't stop him throwing the ball, we're fine. If they can't stop me running the ball, we're fine.
We came out pretty well in that first half running the football, and they made some adjustments. We thought that the pass game would be an opportunity to kind of open things up a little bit. And then, you know, once we get down we were down 24-27, then your hand is kind of dealt for you.
Next game, we can't just keep thinking about this LC game. They got the best of us, but we just got to look forward to TJ.
The Titans outscoring their opponents 89-0 in the last 7 quarters. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Matt Corum.
Thanks, Matt. And then there's the Falcons. Just laid one on TJ last week. St. Albert, hits the road again, this time to Cardinals country. Sounds good, but then comes the game. Scoreless midway second quarter. There he goes. Trey Castle, a 45-yard touchdown run, and Trainer draws first blood. The home team then gets a safety, and then Card QB Nate Hill puts it up. Nolan Chapman's got it. 41 yards, 15-0 Redbirds. Ensuing kickoff, the visitors fumble. Kyle Christensen picks it up, and the freshman rumbles 15 yards. And in just 37 seconds, Cardinals fly out 22-0. Still just over 6 minutes left in the half. Now St. Albert minus 28 yards on the ground before the break, so the Birds go up top. Luke Waters, 27-yard TD strike to Tyler Blaha. The Falcons looking for answers. Colgett and company down 22-7 at the break. Now St. Albert just 52 yards rushing overall on 42 carries. Waters here carries the rock 33 times for a hard-fought 39 yards. The Falcons defense holds the Trainer Osho to 11 total yards in the second half. Danny Cook, big tackle for loss. Fourth quarter, down 22-7. Luke Waters, who was 16 of 29 for 199 yards, finds Eli Finn, and number 6 turns it into a 53-yard pass play. Just a little later, Birds 4th and 1 from the 5. Waters fumbles, and the Cards recover. But the visitors get it right back. St. Albert's defense here answers with a safety. And then minutes later, the flag is out after a Waters short TD run cuts it to 22-16, 5:40 left to go. Under 2 minutes left, the Falcons with a 4th and 8, and it's incomplete.
And Waters off of incomplete.
52 seconds left. St. Albert from its own 24. Waters finds Tyler Blaha. 25 seconds left. Visitors 4th and 2. Luke Waters is stopped short. Trainer stuns the Falcons 22-16.
Took advantage of our youth and inexperience up front. They brought the house on every play. They pressured our quarterback. They honestly just outcoached us and outplayed us today. There's nothing else I can really say.
Yeah. How bad does this hurt? Because every time I turn around, you guys are trouncing Trainer.
I mean, it hurts a little bit, considering I used to go to Trainer. It hurts, but I mean, we got a big game next week against Logan, so we have to have a good week of practice and prepare and be ready for that.
It stings to lose. I can't stand it. But ultimately, it doesn't mean a doggone thing.
Hard loss, but we didn't quit. We kept battling back. That's something to build on. If we quit, then there's stuff that we need to work on, but we kept fighting, and that's all that matters.
It doesn't get any easier. Up next for St. Albert, home opener against always tough Logan Magnolia. It's worse for TJ. The Yellow Jackets stung 45-6 at Glenwood. Now Thomas Jefferson trails 16-0 after 1. And QB Mitchell Flowers, so-so numbers. Senior running back carries the mail 23 times for just 54 yards. And the D-side gives up 45 points for the second game in a row. So it continues down on Broadway. Now, nobody said it's going to be easy, and you got to give rookie head coach Brant Anderson and his new staff time. It's going to take time at TJ. And I just hope and wish, like many Jackets fans, it's rather sooner than later. Hey, another crazy year has just begun, but hey, 2014 wasn't too bad at Iowa Western, remember? But up next, the Saints and Lynx renew their friendship after the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed SportsMed. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed SportsMed invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed SportsMed.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Finally won. What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Your future is here at CBTV. You're in the game. You take the shots. It's your story. The Media Studies program at Iowa Western. Real reality TV starring you. For more information, go to iwcc.edu. Never forget this moment at State last year. Abraham Lincoln with a stunner as the Lynx make it to the Final Four. But that was last year, as AL graduates all but 2 girls with varsity experience. Different story up on the hill. St. Albert's reloaded, and the Saints getting ready to make another run. Here's IWTV student Crystal on her game, Herco.
St. Albert picking up the 2015 season against city rival Abraham Lincoln. Set 1, the Saints' Paige Beacom puts a roof on it. The home team jumps out 10-1. Then it's time for the new girl from Griswold, Sydney McLaren, tips it. Saints take the first set easily, 25-8. Second set, Abraham Lincoln, set, spike, Deanna Roth with the kill. The Lynx trail by 2. St. Albert still maintaining the lead at 17-9. Assist to Grace Wettengale. Slams it down. The Saints win set 2, 25-12. Set 3, leading the match with 13 kills and an ace, sophomore Sydney McLaren with the serve. AL trying to stay alive, down 8. Set to the Saints' Paige Beacom with one of her 10 kills. Saints up 13-4. Abraham Lincoln fighting back. Bailey Snyder, point Lynx, trail by 6. The home team and Sydney McLaren is too much for the visitors. Back and forth, drops it down. St. Albert wins the set and match, 25-14.
I think our team played really well for our first game. It was absolutely awesome. Like, the chemistry was there, the energy was there, the crowd was there. It was a great first game to start with. We've been practicing for like a month and a half, so to finally get to play is absolutely awesome. And so we were all excited and like waiting in the locker room, looking out the window, waiting for us to finally go. And so once we finally got to go, that momentum, just wanting to play, came in hands.
Finally, to get to play a match, I think it was a good start for us, but we just got done talking in the locker room that, you know, it's definitely just a starting point, that we do have things we need to work on, and this finally just lets us see exactly what some of those things are. So not satisfied, but happy with the outcome.
They had some really good hitters, and we just couldn't return the ball, and we're not a super tall team for blocking. We did a good job on blocking, but just defense, like tips and stuff, I think that was our biggest flaw.
I thought the girls kept their energy up throughout the game, regardless of the score, and we just need to really work on pushing points and executing our plays. But overall, honestly, it wasn't as bad as what the score reflects. We really need to work on defense and being able to react to balls, and honestly, just mixing up our sets, but overall, not a bad performance.
The Saints win the Clarinda tournament the following weekend. St. Albert wins all 5 matches. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Crystal Herco.
Thanks, Crystal. Now, what about the #1 JUCO team in the nation? Well, life isn't easy at the top. The Reavers found that out in Wyoming. Iowa Western comes back to the Big K, Canesville Arena, for some good old home cooking. Here's IWTV student Dylan, the future, Lindbergh.
Number 5, Macy Coffee.
The Iowa Western volleyball team looking to get back on track. The Reavers host Division II number 4 Central CC. First set, home team starts strong. Gabby Strasseri with the kill. IDUB up 4-1. But the Raiders strike back as Keisha Elminger spikes it down. Part of a 16-2 run. The visitors take set 1 25-17. Set 2, former Titan Abby Bergston with one of her 5 kills. Reavers lead 11-9. Visitors hanging tough as Keely Woods nails it down, but IDUB still up 18-14. Sophomore Macy Coffey delivers. Iowa Western wins set 2, 25-21. Third set, Eva DeUke with the kill. Reavers jump out to an 11-4 lead, but Central goes on a 12-7 run to tie the game up at 18. IDUB's Gabby Strasseri with one of her match-high 18 kills. Home team wins set 3, 25-21. Set 4, Iowa Western goes up 9-3 as Taylor Leesmeyer with one of her 6 kills. But once again, the Raiders keep it close. Central takes a 17-16 lead. The Reavers end the match on an 8-3 run. Top-ranked Iowa Western finishes off the visitors 25-19.
We play really, really well at times, and we show our talent. And then there's other times we just, I don't know what it is. Something mentally, turns off for a few points.
Starts in practice. We worked really hard this week, and I just think we came together in the last couple sets, and I thought we played pretty good.
The Reavers snapped their 4-game losing streak. Next up, the Blinn Tournament in Brenham, Texas. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Dylan Lindberg.
Thanks, Dee. Up next, our Play of the Week. A lot of good candidates this time around, but hey, a lot of good memories from Iowa Western. We'll reminisce on the other side.
The Mid-America Center is the Heartland's premier entertainment and convention center. September 27th, Papa Roach and headliner Five Finger Death Punch rock Council Bluffs. Then rock opera takes the stage with the return of TSO November 18th. Over at the Convention Center, over 200 exhibitors are on hand at the Callahan Craft Show. And October 18th, vendors aspire to inspire at the Wedding Essentials Idea Show. Remember, the MAC offers free parking for all events. Tickets, information, and more at midamericacenter.com.
Get your ass out. You're not in here. Yes, I am. Move. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Okay, it's decision time. I want to experience a 4-year college in 2 years. I want to live on campus, but get to my career faster. I want to get started now. Find your path at iwcc.edu and get hands-on, real-world experience. Start now at Iowa Western.
Gotta hand it to the Iowa Western golf teams. Both the men and women win the Midwest Collegiate Open, the first tournament of the fall season. And let's face it, that's what we're used to, winning. It's a common theme here in Reavers country. Now, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's look back at what just took place. Now, big props go out to Cole, the answer, McElfee, and Dylan, the future, Lindberg. What you're about to see, it's all them. Enjoy.
and gentlemen, your Iowa Western Reavers.
Every year, it seems, at Iowa Western, big shoes to fill. Thanks, guys. Now, it's time for our Play of the Week, brought to you by Buena Vista University. Iowa Western lines up against Central, and Gabby Straseri lining them up and knocking them down. The sophomore from Brazil with a match-high 18 kills. The Reavers ripped the Raiders in 4. Gabby Straseri with our Play of the Week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by Buena Vista University. Call 712-749-1990 to register today. Okay, so we are just moving along. I mean, we're already 2 weeks into the football season. The soccer, volleyball season's in full swing. Happy days are here again. But then again, it's always happy because I've said it before, one season just runs right into another. Now remember to keep it here as always for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Zach Harper Blunt. And so, for this latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm JJ Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.